Hi, welcome to Stout Guys. I'm your host Kyle.
And I'm your co-host Eric.
Today, we're going to get political.
Political.
So Eric, what do you got for us today?
So today, I brought another rogue beer. If you want a little bit of background on them, you do have to watch our prior videos. Today, we're looking at Yellow Snow.
Ooh.
Something, it's everybody's favorite, the childhood. You bust out the old fleshy calligraphy pen and put your best handwriting in. Or, you know, wang writing.
I like it. I mean, I've always seen it as a dog thing, but...
Well, you know. So right here, it's a Pilsner brewed with Alaskan spruce tips. What I know about a Pilsner is that it's a lager with hops.
Actually, during my research and everything, a Pilsner is what happens when lagers go bad. So back in the late 1800s, there's a guy named Josef Grull, and he came in to save this town whose batches kept going bad. It's a Bohemian town, and they had to throw out like 36 kegs of lager.
Well, it's a lot of spoilage.
Yeah, especially when that's your main income, I guess. And so he came in and he added some Saaz hops, which is a noble hop and very... not spicy as in heat, but, you know, got a lot of good spices and flavors and everything, and it masked the bad lager taste. And so they were able to save it, and it's still brewed to this day.
Same way?
I guess the same way. I guess they make it go bad and then add the hops in later, but it's definitely a mecca to go to if you're a lager drinker, a Pilsner drinker. You got to get to the source.
So bad beer gone good.
Got bad beer gone good.
Well,
it's a story as old as time.
let's try it out.
Just a normal crack. Yeah. For all you people who enjoy the cracks, and those who don't, then you can go,
Pound sand.
Ooh, that's a nice golden color. So, I mean, I'm assuming we're just looking for a lager flavor, a lager smell with some hoppiness to it. Yeah, but not as much as an IPA.
So, again, I'm not well-versed in Pilsners.
No.
This is very... It's cloudy,
yeah.
But it's very light. It's completely golden.
Oh, yeah, that is just gold, not a lager gold. I don't see a lot of bubbles or anything.
And the smell is definitely lager. It doesn't smell sprucey to me. It smells like a manufactured scent. It's definitely
almost
floral and citrusy.
I was about to say citrusy.
I kind of want to try it here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tastes like a citrus lager.
Yeah, I'm getting lager in it. I'm getting a little bit of the hop there at the end, not a lot.
I'm not getting the hops.
Really? And then there's definitely something piney or I know it's spruce, so it's a coniferous tree, you know, with the needles and everything.
It's a little bit sweet.
Mm-hmm.
There's a light sweetness to it. It is citrusy to me. The back end, I think, is where I get more of the spices, even more botanicals, maybe like a junipery aftertaste, which maybe the spruce. I don't think I've ever had any drink with spruce in it. So yeah, if the spruce is there, it's very subtle on the back end.
No, I would say it's subtle, but it's definitely like an evergreeny type of thing. I'm not looking forward to the second sip because, like most lagers, you gotta drink them cold if they're gonna taste good. But there's definitely I mean, you said sweet. There's definitely a sweet lagerish up front, and then I definitely get a nice bitterness on the back end with the hops and the spruce, which is nice. It's nice. It's a nice balance. It's almost like a seesaw of flavor.
Yeah, yeah. I think I'm gonna let you end the first taste on that note, and we'll come back to it. Take two.
Yeah, it's a little warmer. See, not my favorite. Not really getting that sweetness now that it's warmer.
No, so we did look at the can here. It's supposed to be... There's supposed to be a hint of Alaskan spruce. So they didn't say it was going to hammer our faces in with spruce. So that's good because we didn't get that.
Speak for yourself.
Okay,
definitely
true.
said I got like the hint of it. Like,
okay.
I could.
Well, it didn't bombard us. You got the hint. I didn't even get the hint.
Yeah.
So
it comes in at 5.5%. Yeah, it's Dare, Risk, Dream. This winter-inspired Pils is a classic drinkable Pilsner brewed with spruce tips from mighty Alaska. Like a deep breath of, and it's white on light blue, so bear with me here. Like a deep breath of fresh northwest winter air, different than northeast winter air, of course. Yellow Snow is
Of course.
crisp and clean with a refreshing hint of spruce, making this Pils enjoyable time and time again. And you know what? And it even has a little star here that shows what it's going to be. And it's going to be on the malty and sweet side with a little bit of biscuit. So for you Brits out there. Oh,
yeah, I mean, it is.
And it pairs with white cheddar, seared ahi tuna, which is definitely a weird jump there, and lemon meringue pie.
You know, here...
So go ahead.
I don't. This whole dare risk dream thing is throwing me off. It's like a cheap live laugh love. But that aside, I don't think this is a very daring beer, and I don't think it's a risky beer. I think it's a very conservative beer, and I don't think it's a pilsner. I think what they tried to do is, I think they took like a lager base, and rather than adding hops, I think they added spruce tips as a hop replacement, and to me that didn't work. I'm sure I'm wrong, but this is just where I'm at.
Okay, and you're allowed to be wrong.
True.
I don't know enough about how they brewed this to even make a comment. So I'm going to leave it at that, and we're going to move on. Yep, and it goes down like most lagers.
Yeah, not bad, but definitely not my favorite.
No. I think a lot of people who like your lagers are going to enjoy this a lot.
Yeah.
And if you like Pilsners, of course, you're going to like this a lot. It's nice and light on the tongue. It's a typical lager. That's really what we can say about it, with a little bit of that evergreen back, if you can even find it. Obviously, you can't. I had it a little bit.
It's, you know, even if you don't get that evergreen, you get a little citrus. And so, yeah. So we should move this guy out, and let's jump into this guy.
All right.
So this is from Hanging Hills. If you don't know anything about Hanging Hills, maybe it's for the best. Sorry, guys. They were established in 2016. Mm-hmm. They did close their doors permanently. They had a location in Hartford, Connecticut, a tap room, a taste room. They do say that they closed back in March due to coronavirus. Unfortunately, that has hit many, many microbrews. Mm-hmm. So the more you can buy and support, do it. But yeah, so they do brew this out of Branford, Connecticut. Thimble Island actually does the brewing. This
and
is
the canning.
Yeah, and the canning. This is the Kompromat. It is a Crimean Imperial Stout.
Russian.
Just kidding.
Russian.
It's Russian.
Russian. They even
Crimean.
have it crossed out, so I think that's an Easter egg. Some puppet hands, so that's another Easter egg. Don't know what any of it means.
No, I'm not going to pretend like I do. It does come in at 11%, so it boasts a really high alcohol content. 65 IBUs. Tall boy. We like tall boys.
Oh, definitely. 11% is a very, very, very good way to come in at.
So I've had one of the Hanging Hills brews before. It was a chocolate stout, and I remember it being really good. So I'm looking forward to this one a lot. I don't know a lot about imperial stouts.
From one of our last episodes that we did, an imperial is just basically taking a stout and pushing it past stout and getting that high percentage in it. It's almost like an American double stout, kind of on the similar wavelengths.
Yeah, so shall we?
We shall. And pause. We gotta wash the phone.
Oops.
Oh, it's a very disappointing crack. I was hoping
it was just a crack. I mean,
it's just a crack.
Here, I'll just,
everyone does it. Yeah, pour your own.
I'll pour my own since I cracked a little early.
Ooh.
A nice full one too, huh?
Yeah, which means we're gonna get a horrible clink.
Well,
all right. So, looking at it, it's a stout. A little bit of head. Nothing special.
No.
That smells heavy.
It does. That's why I took it away from my nose.
Oh, I love that. That just smells like it's gonna just be good in the mouth.
I think I just wasn't ready for it. That's all. Oh, wow. That is strong. Strong in flavor. I think I'm tasting... What am I tasting? Vanilla?
There is.
A dark roast?
Mm-hmm.
There's something sweet in there, too.
All right. So, it's a Russian Imperial Stout with milk sugar, almond flavoring, cocoa, coconut, vanilla bean, and honey. Which is a lot in there.
I don't think any one of those flavors is truly distinguishable in this beer, but when they all come together, they're making something that works.
Yeah. It's like an orgy of flavor, you know.
Yeah.
They might be horrible alone, but together make something beautiful. And I can't stop drinking it because, yeah.
I would hate to let this one sit.
Really?
I don't think that this one's going to hold up over time. I think you need to sip this one slow, but I really think you need to finish that tall boy in the half hour.
At 11%, that's a tall order.
I'm not saying you get another one.
You know, when I first take the first sip, there's something light about it, like it's not as thick and viscous as like a lot of other stouts, but it really like, you know what I like to say? It's like you're driving a truck with a trailer and you hit that brake, you're like, oh, and then everything just crashes and just pushes right through, and that's what this is doing. It's like a freaking tractor trailer slamming on the brakes into your mouth. At first you're like, hey, and then everything just comes crashing in. You're like, ooh.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you nailed it on that one too, honestly.
Honestly, I am getting a lot of the vanilla coming through. That seems to be the flavor that's pronounced the most out of all of them. Not by a long shot. Like, it's a close race between them all, but I will guarantee that different people are definitely going to get a different. And there's that honey dry mouth that we've said in the past with other ones, so try that Trog's tongue trick where you flip it up and down.
Actually, I did kind of just try that now. And if you do that...
Got a lot more bitterness.
It's more bitter. I was going to say the same thing.
No, I believe it is a symphony of flavor. This beer is a symphony, and everyone's going to get that lead, solo, different. But yeah, let's let it sit and come back to it.
Yeah. You ready for a revisit?
Oh, I am. Even though we tried this once already, like today on the show, we never had it beforehand, but I'm just surprised how this hits.
I am too. We were talking about that when we were taking a little break here. So when we took that first sip, we didn't really know what we were about to get into. This is such a flavor punch, and it's so welcome.
No, yeah, and when we read it, at least for me, when I saw all those flavors together, I was just like, oh, this is going to get muddled. It's just going to taste muddy and garbage. And I was like excited and not at the same time.
You know, now that it's been sitting for a little bit, for me, I do taste a little bit more of what I associate imperial profiles to be, which is a more bourbony.
And with that, so down in the description below, you can find all the links to everything we've tried today. Their websites, their Twitters, their Instagrams, their Facebooks, if they keep them up and everything. You're going to find all our information down there, our email if you want to email us. And just to let you know that we're working on a new setup. We got a soundboard, we're in a few microphones, and then we're going to be sending out some emails to some local breweries, trying to get some more interviews going. So those, we've talked about it, upcoming things. We want to get into a deep dive history of different breweries around the world. Maybe do a what is series, like what is a Pilsner, what is a Stout, and try to do that. And we're going to think about airing those on Tuesdays while we're doing our reviews on Thursdays. So wait for those. We're excited about it.
Yeah.
We want to get back out there and do more interviews and stuff. It was the holiday season. Now it's done. We're just waiting on the mic set up. Because doing one mic for 3 people is kind of a pain to edit all that audio. I mean, for a 10-minute segment, it took me like 2 hours. I'm still new. So
better than me.
Other than that, I mean, just support us. I know our views are going down, but we're going to keep doing this.
Yeah, we're sticking with us. We're not going to go away. So if there's some content that you want to see, write us. Comment on our videos. Send us an email. We'll read them. We'll listen.
Yep, we've answered everything that's been commented. So go ahead and do that. We love you guys. We love our viewers. We love all 8 views we get on videos on the first day. First video just broke 100, and we broke 30 subscribers. So go ahead, hit that bell, hit that like button, subscribe, support us, and we'll be supporting you with more content.
All right. Cheers.
Oh, so good.
That was good.
A whiskey in a gyro, take away my sorrow. I'm done with the rest of today. A whiskey in a gyro, I'll see you tomorrow. And just just let it fade away. Yeah, just let it